Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vanessa Isabel, and today we're gonna have a little cooking session together because I want to share with you another recipe that I found. Normally this recipe is made with codfish and sake. However, I prefer it with vodka instead, and since I'm vegan, we're gonna use tofu. Tofu is your blank statement for anything. I normally buy my tofu from Lidl because it's the best back to our franks, I suppose. And also, tofu has no flavor, so you can either make it tasting a little bit more meaty or not. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have this for dinner tonight, and I am gonna make sure to marinate my tofu for at least 5 hours. In our case, it's almost 1 p.m., so it will be about 6 hours before I even return from the gym. You can cut your tofu on your preferred way. Since we're gonna use our deglaze grill skillet, so I'm gonna need to cut enough. I'm gonna need the size to be big enough that it will not just scramble in here. First, we're gonna cut our tofu, so I'm gonna slice it, not too thin, but not too thick as well, because the thinner you cut the tofu, the better, because the flavors just soaks it in. Now, I'm going to do my sauce. For the sauce, you're gonna need 2 tablespoons of miso paste. I'm using white miso paste. However, you can use any other type, but I think white miso paste is easier to work with and to control. So white miso paste, we're gonna use vodka. My vodka is always in the freezer, so that's why it looks like that. So you need 2 tablespoons. You need 2 tablespoons of condiment. Normally people use fish sauce, but once again, we are vegan, so we don't use that. And then instead of maple syrup, you can use any sweetener you like. I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of date syrup. We prefer date syrup in this house than any type of sweetener. And then lastly, I always mince my garlic and freeze it. I have it cut in the small bites. Like that is easier for us to use during the day and throughout the weeks, and it lasts us some time. So for that, I would say you might need at least 3 to 4 garlic pieces. I will tell you, use as much as you want, because garlic is truly, there is no stopping. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of white pepper, because once again, we are trying to give the tofu a fish-like flavor, and mostly white pepper is used for fish dishes. I suppose if you don't have frozen garlic, the mixing part is easier, but well, it should be fine. I'm not gonna add any extra water because, as you saw, I did not press my tofu. So the tofu still has some moisture to it, and as long as it stays in the sauce, the water will be released, and you will see at the end that the liquid inside will multiply. I suppose a whisk would have been easier, but I don't want to make anything else dirty. Now we have this. I'm gonna bring the tofu and we're gonna add it to the sauce. I have the perfect container where everything fits, so that's why for me it's a no-brainer. It's like the perfect size for the type of tofu I get. If you have a bigger container, I suppose it's also perfectly fine. You just gotta put this in the fridge, and because it has garlic, the smell, it's quite pungent, so I wouldn't advise you to just stick it up in the fridge like this without covering it, because or else everything else will smell like garlic in your fridge, and there's nothing worse than the smell of the grocery that is not properly clean. So just mix around, and we're gonna let this marinate till I'm back from the gym. We're gonna grill this. This is one of the tofus we normally eat per week. Mostly our diet consists on tofu and some legumes. which means that I kind of need to be creative with the type of sauces I make. I think on rotation we have lemon pepper tofu, like lemon pepper chicken, but with tofu. We have red wine tofu, it's like a stew, so good. Then we normally have this one, and then we have like an African style seasoning for the seitan. I think I wasn't focused until now. That's a pity. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and hopefully by the time I return, it's all ready to be eaten.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough